Well, what is the number one secret to raising over $200,000 in sponsorships and support from organisations? Well, this is something that we've achieved for our foundation side of our business. So that means that we raise over a couple $100,000 in sponsorships, grants, and all sorts to help provide free tuition and mentoring for underprivileged kids. So basically, the types of lessons that you would provide, but for kids that couldn't afford it. But it's all being paid for properly. And this is something that I want to share with you because it's got a great story behind it. And so I'm going to share the secret with you because it's such a powerful reminder to not give up. So we just got this fund the other day. It's something that I had applied for many years. I'd showed up to this meeting, I had applied for money, I had spent ages, like probably 20, 30 hours building an amazing video to go with my presentation. I took in 2 different students with me and had a really awesome pitch and presentation to this one organization for some money. And I did that over and over for I think about 3 years. And every year I got a letter in the mail saying, thank you for your presentation. We've decided not to support you this time. Thanks, but no thanks. And it was like, it was gut-wrenching. It was hard. It was annoying. We put in so much effort. We knew that we had the right programs to help people. And they just didn't want to give us the money. Well, years later, come this year, it was about 3 years ago, we actually got accepted for this fund. And this fund we got, I won't tell you exactly how much, but multiple tens of thousands towards our programs. And that was incredible. And so after about 3 years of being rejected, we finally got this chunk of money. And then what we did with that money, we made sure every cent went to the programs. We got amazing results. Then the next year they gave us the money again. And then this year, what's happened, where I mentioned we got this funding that we're super excited about. They changed the whole model for this fund, and so we had to reapply again. And we were thinking, oh great, we've gone from being rejected, and then we got in, we got some funding, and then they've changed it all. Great, we're probably going to get rejected again, and we'd sort of started counting on this money. Well, you know what happened? We got the email of the report and all the funding and how it was being given out. And do you know who was sitting at the top with the most funding? Well, it was our foundation, the Good Time Foundation. And so we were given the top amount of funding for this fund that we'd been rejected to for many, many years. And so the number one secret is pretty much don't give up. Keep going back, keep asking, develop thick skin, be okay with getting rejected, and just keep trying. Go back and ask, hey, what could we have done better? What are you really looking for? What was the difference between who you funded and us? What do we need to change? What do we need to relook at, restructure, reappropriate fees and all that sort of stuff? How do we get the money from you? And you're allowed to ask people that. And that is one of the biggest secrets. Pretty much just keep pushing, keep asking, and be okay with being rejected. And so that's the approach that I've used for, all sorts of different funds, from, getting sponsored from all sorts of businesses, getting government funding, getting local government funding, all this stuff, raising hundreds of thousands of dollars towards, not only our trust, but our business and all the things that we are doing. People want to support, but you have to really be okay with being turned down over and over and over, where someone says to you, no, I don't believe you deserve this money. I don't believe you should get this investment. And that hurts, right? But you just have to get that thick skin and keep trying over and over and keep going back. Keep asking what you need to tweak your application, mark it on the calendar when it's opening the next year, prepare a month earlier and get it right. Keep trying over and over and just never give up. And so our funding, obviously we're a big school now, and so the sponsorships that we get, the funding from organisation we get is really big, but it didn't start big. It started with little chunks and it's just built up over the years. So keep your ear to the ground, look out for things that you can apply for and figure out what's the best angle? How do you meet their criteria, their expectations? How do you fulfill their objectives with their money? And apply over and over again and be prepared to be rejected. And if you get the money, well, you make sure every cent goes towards what you've said it's going to work towards. You go above and beyond, impress them, create the most amazing sort of report pack back to them to show them what you achieved, the lives that you changed, all the great music and mentoring that you were able to do, or whatever it is, and make sure you report back and then ask for the funding again and again. So there we go. I hope that helps you. Obviously in the Music School Blueprint, I walk through all our fundraising strategies, and I give you all our documents and templates and talk to you about how we built it up over time and how we leverage one thing to get another thing and all that sort of stuff. So if you're not part of the BAM squad, you definitely want to check that out. That's in one of our modules, module 8, and that's really good stuff, because all that extra money, well, we can use that, right? In our businesses, that would be a lot of help to us to help pay for bills, instruments, lessons, tutors, staffing, all sorts. So the money is out there. You just need to know how to actually tap into it. You'll probably hear a lot of people saying things like, oh, we'll try to get some funding for that, or oh, I think there's funding out there for this sort of thing. Yeah, well, there is, but those people just don't know where to find it and how to apply for it, whereas we do, and we can show you how we've done it and help you fast track that so you can get that happening in your music teaching business. So there we go. Hope that is helpful. Keep pushing, keep trying, and don't worry if people say no. Just keep pushing on.